Boyfriend surprised me with cruise. It means he doesn't love me enough. So I ended the relationship and started a new chapter. My birthday is coming up in a few months, and 3 days ago, I found out what my birthday present was. Tickets to a cruise. His sister spilled the news, thinking I would be excited, but I'm not. We live together, and I found the gift, knowing it's for me. I sound ungrateful, but I'm not. This gift just proves to me that things will never change. The first thing is, this gift isn't for me. I do not like cruises because I get really bad seasickness, and nothing I do helps. I also told him what I wanted to do for my birthday, which was go to a Ren Fair festival on my birthday. I have already taken the week off from work for it, in preparation to go to this fair. I have purchased tickets, and am saving month to month, so that I have spending money without it affecting finances at home. Why would he book tickets at the same time as the time I took off to go to this festival? Also, this cruise wasn't cheap at all, so it's basically wasted money because I'm not going. I'm so annoyed. I have told him time and time again that I don't feel like he listens to me, that I feel like he just gets me things by thinking about what's best for him or what he would like. It's not only gifts. He makes decisions based on what he thinks is best, and I just can't deal with it anymore. I love him, but I'm so done, and before anyone says I didn't talk to him or to talk to him about this, I have repeatedly. This has been a recurring conversation in our 2.5-year relationship. The next thing to do is talk this out and end things. Update 2. The day I wrote my post is the day I ended things with my ex. When he came home, I basically said I found the tickets for the cruise and asked him who they were for. He said they were for me for my birthday, and I ruined the surprise. I asked him why he got me tickets for a cruise when he knows that I get seasick, and also when he knows that I have been preparing for a Ren Fair festival for a couple of months. He said that he always liked cruises when he went on them and thought that I could push through it with patches or some other remedy because it was a really expensive cruise. He continued talking, but to be honest, I spaced out because I realized just how much this man didn't care about me. He bought cruise tickets completely disregarding what I had planned, how I would feel, and what I wanted to do, all because he liked them. Like, forget my birthday, forget what I want, forget how sick I get. He likes cruises, so we should do that. I think he realized I wasn't speaking or excited because he asked me what was wrong, and I broke up with him. He was shocked and angry, and he asked why. This isn't the exact wording, but I said something like, "It's because I have realized how much you really don't care about me, and that you're always willing to put your wants over mine every time it suits you, even on my birthday." He started to argue and wanted to talk about it, but I was just numb and went to bed on the couch. After 2 hours of trying to speak to me, he left me alone. I woke up the next day and got ready for work. I oddly felt fine, and he wanted to talk, but I just said, I'm done. And if he wanted to talk about the apartment or what we would do about the lease or anything regarding the end of the relationship, I'm okay with that. I told him I'm not changing my mind about this, and for me, this relationship is done, and I just want to split amicably. While I was at work that day, I had free time, and I wrote down every instance I could remember just in the last 6 months of him choosing his wants needs over mine. It was nearly 3 pages front to back, and I didn't even realize how much I let go of because he didn't want to do it. When I went home and he tried to talk again, I gave him the list, and I explained what it was. He left me alone the rest of the second night. He's still not accepting the breakup. He wants to do couples therapy now, or even go on a break because he realizes how much he has done, but nope, I'm not doing it. I'm not trying to be mean or harsh to him, but I don't want to give him false hope. I also feel weirdly okay, but also numb at the same time. What I have to deal with now is breaking the lease, which he isn't willing to do because he thinks we can move past this. So I'm going to talk to the leasing office and see my options. At least I have my birthday to look forward to as I deal with a relationship ending and having to find a new place to live. So I don't even know what to say about the past 2 weeks since I last posted. I had hoped to do a real quick update saying I was good, out of the lease, found a place, but I can't say that. First, the leasing office offered me a way out of the place, and it's really expensive. We have 4 months left, and there is no way I could afford to break this lease. Find a new place, move, put down a deposit, and everything else that comes along with moving. If my ex and I break the lease together, it is significantly cheaper, but he has refused, so I have no choice but to live with him. I have a few places in mind, and I'm eligible, so I will just deal with this for now. I moved all of my things to a storage unit and put all my important documents into a safe location elsewhere. I have to get furniture for my new place since it was his place I moved into, but other than that, I already have everything else you would need. When it comes to my ex, I don't even know how to describe what is happening. It honestly feels like these last 17 days have been happening to someone else. He won't let me out of the lease because he thinks we can fix this. First, he tried to gaslight me because he said the things on the list didn't happen. Asshole, where do you think I got an accurate recollection of what you did and the dates? Text messages. When I told him that the texts showed him either confirming what I said did, doing the opposite, and then apologizing. His face dropped. You can lie all you want, but I literally have evidence to back up my memory. Then this brilliant idiot decided, you know what? I'm going to look at the list and pick things I did wrong and do them right. So he started picking things he had done wrong and then doing them right without any input from me. You know, it's the biggest mindfuck to realize that he could have done this right from the start. None of these were mistakes. He knew exactly what he was doing and didn't care about what I wanted or needed if he thought his idea was better. I had people message me asking what was on the list, and you know what? When I find the time, I will rewrite the whole list with screenshots. I will give a few examples now. One was when I asked him to pick up an orchid for me, since I would be working late all week. Orchids were my grandmother's favorite flower, and she died a couple of years ago. Sometimes I really miss her, so I get some of her favorite flowers, and having them around really helps my mood. He decided to pick up roses, and I remember seeing the roses and saying, "Why did you get me roses when I asked for an orchid?" And him saying that he thought these were better and prettier. Another example was when he took my car to a different mechanic because he thought the one I had used for 5 years was trying to scam me when he literally was going to patch up 2 tires that happened to get a nail. Did he even meet my mechanic? No, he didn't. He just decided to take my car somewhere else. I took my car to my mechanic, who charged me $20 to fix my 2 tires, and he's literally my friend. The last was when I was invited to a party that had an ex-friend invited who had tried to SA another friend of mine. I told my BF, "You can go, but I'm not going out of solidarity with my friend if that guy is going to be there." He promised that he had heard from the planner that the guy had said no to coming. He lied, and my friend and I were shocked to see the guy there. I almost lost my friendship with my friend because my ex thought that we shouldn't miss out on a party because he could prevent the guy from approaching us. My ex would do things like this all the time, and each time I would be livid because he promised to do something for me, and then would veto my decision to go for what he felt was best before discussing it with me. I take full responsibility for enabling this behavior, but I honestly thought at the time that I was compromising, and he fully took advantage of that. At the time I thought, wow, he's not doing what I wanted, but he's still doing these things, and it's misguided, but he's trying. I did go to my close friends and sister to vent, and I would hear, "Oh, but at least he still got you flowers. I can't remember the last time I got roses. He was looking out for you. Some mechanics are leeches. He was trying to be a protector when he lied about the party." I realize now that these responses made me feel bad and helped me accept the behavior, because when I vented to my friends and sister, I got feedback that made it seem like I was ungrateful and that he was a boyfriend who made mistakes, but at least he tried. I also didn't realize the sheer amount of bullshit I put up with. Writing it down and seeing the list get longer and longer when you have barely scratched the surface, you're like, how did I get here? How did I let so many things slide? Where the hell did my backbone go? I will say the backbone is back, and I'm not tolerating any of this. Anytime my ex tries to talk to me about things not regarding the lease, I tell him to push through it. Your feelings are hurt? Push through it. You still love me? Push through it. You're in pain? Push through it. You did something nice for me, but I'm ignoring it? Push through it. You paid for couples counseling and I didn't show up? Push through it. I don't give a shit. He keeps asking why I'm fine, and honestly, I think a part of me checked out a long time ago, grieved this relationship, and that part was waiting for the rest of me to catch up. And I have. As for my friends and family, I have told them the relationship is done, and that's my decision, and that it's none of their business. When a few of them tried to make me feel bad about the cruise and how they wish someone would do that for them, I told them that their husbands, boyfriends not even doing the bare minimum for them doesn't mean that I should accept my ex's shitty behavior. I told them that maybe they should concentrate on why their SOs do nothing for them, instead of trying to get me to accept things I don't want or need just because my ex happened to try. Not going to lie, that response took me a couple of hours to articulate, and some of them aren't talking to me now, but oh well. So that's my life currently. I'm living in the guest room, and my ex is still trying. He's very annoyed and hurt, but that's not my problem. He is basically holding me hostage, so I don't care about his feelings. I have made it clear we are roommates. I don't cook, clean, or do anything for him. Honestly, I barely speak to him, and I ignore his calls and texts when not at home. If he won't let me out of the lease, I will treat him like a stranger. I will not harm him or destroy any of his things, but I'm going to actively ignore his entire existence for the next 4 months. Either he deals with this, or he lets me out of the lease. Other than that, I'm doing really well and working on myself, maintaining boundaries, and not letting people take advantage anymore.